On the 25th of October, Rishi Sunak became the UK's third Prime Minister in less than 4 months.
Good morning. I've just been to Buckingham Palace and accepted His Majesty the King's invitation to form a government in his name.
At the time of writing, he still has the job. 2022 was an extraordinary year. Boris Johnson started it in charge, hoping for a post-COVID economic bounce and leading the West's response on the defence of Ukraine. But he was felled by accusations of COVID rule-breaking and issues of party discipline. Conservative MPs concluded he was the problem.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank everybody here and hasta la vista, baby. Thank you.
He resigned in July, heralding a leadership contest which became a two-horse race between Liz Truss and Rishi Sunak. Truss won.
In only a couple of hours, I will be in Balmoral to see Her Majesty the Queen. And the torch will finally be passed to a new Conservative leader. The baton will be handed over in what has unexpectedly turned out to be a relay race. They changed the rules halfway through, but never mind that now.
Truss was to follow Johnson to see the Queen. It proved to be the monarch's last engagement, and this, her last photo. Truss became Prime Minister on the promise of radical economic policies kick-starting growth. She told her finance minister to spend millions to ease soaring energy bills while delivering $50 billion worth of tax cuts. The markets panicked. The pound collapsed. Economic meltdown beckoned. She dropped some of her measures, but her credibility evaporated. She had to go.
It was complete madness to think in the economic state that Britain is in that you could start cutting taxes. That's why the markets went haywire. And as far as the party went, it lost the party's reputation for economic competence.
The UK's neighbours looked on in amazement. The normal stability of British politics nowhere to be seen. Time for another leadership election with the economy on the brink. Boris Johnson's comeback candidacy didn't last, leaving Rishi Sunak to see off his only rival, Penny Mordaunt. Second time lucky for him. His first task was to reassure the markets. The world's fifth biggest economy was back in safe hands.
I will place economic stability and confidence at the heart of this government's agenda. This will mean difficult decisions to come.
His new finance minister was given the unenviable task of correcting the mistakes of his predecessor.
Are we all going to be poorer?
That included finding over $50 billion to plug a gaping hole in public finances with tax rises and spending cuts, just as the UK slipped into recession. Sunak has no time to waste. His party trails a resurgent Labour Party led by Keir Starmer by over 20%, with 2 years till the next election.
He has got to show he is the best person now to manage the economy, and in that sense he's got to show he's better than Keir Starmer might be.
This was a year in which the ruling Conservatives were beset with divisions and appear to have lost the trust of many voters. They have just 2 years to try and rebuild that trust, deal with a growing recession, and try and close the gap in the polls. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has a political mountain to climb. Simon McGregor-Wood, TRT World, London.